Good morning, dear students. Now, I am going to continue the session with Act 2 of As You Like It. Act 2 of As You Like It is going to be continued in this session. Now that we have got to know that even Rosalind is banished, and Rosalind, Celia, and Touchstone are going in search of Duke Senior, and even Orlando with his servant Adam is also escaped from that city in order to escape from his brother Oliver's ill treatment as well as the Duke Senior's displeasure. And now Rosalind and Celia, as in the previous session itself, we got to know that Rosalind and Celia are disguised so that they can prevent themselves from the dangers of the jungle. Rosalind, as she was tall and charming, she disguised herself as Ganymede, a young man, and Celia disguised as Elia. Touchstone and Celia, on their way to the forest of Arden, they were very much tired and hungry in the forest of Arden. In the midst of the journey, they find two shepherds, Corin and Silvius. Silvius is ardently in love with Phoebe, who hates him. Celia and Touchstone suggest to ask Corin for help to get some food and shelter. And Ganymede asks him to buy some food for the hungry and faint maid Celia. Corin tells that he is just a humble shepherd employed by miserly and mean owner. His master was about to sell his farm and sheep. Also, he informed this matter also. Ganymede requests him to negotiate the sale on their behalf, and in turn, he would be given better wages for this man what he was paid than what he was paid. They said that he would be given better wages. Amiens, the loyal lord of his senior duke, sings to Jacques. Jacques was a melancholy man, and he was very critical of the actions of the people there. And Amiens thinks that his songs would make Jacques even more sad. While he was singing, the table is being laid for Duke Senior's meal. Duke Senior had spent all day searching for Jacques. Actually, Jacques was displeased with Duke Senior for killing the deer. But Jacques had spent all day avoiding him, as he was very melancholic and sad. Now, Orlando and Adam are found in the forest of Arden. Adam is exhausted and tired and very hungry, and he decides to lie down and die and let Orlando alone proceed. But Orlando instills courage in him and asks him to let him find some food from somewhere. Orlando also offers to carry Adam in his arms. This shows Orlando's kind and sympathetic attitude towards his servant Adam. Duke Senior asks Lords to fetch Jacques. Jacques arrives and informs that he met a fool, clown, Touchstone in the forest. Jacques also feels that being a fool is best form of life, as he can expose the ills of the world without hesitation. This is very critical statement of Jacques when he says that being fool is good because he can expose all the ills of the world without any hesitation. In the meantime, while the Duke Senior was having dinner, Orlando enters with his sword drawn. He orders Duke Senior to refrain from eating till his own need is fulfilled. But Duke Senior was patient enough to tell him that distress has made him forget about his good manners and civility. Orlando accepts it to be true, but still threatens to kill anyone who touches the food on the table. But soon, Orlando realizes his folly, and Duke Senior invites him to share the food. Orlando apologizes to the Duke for his rude behavior and then tells that he wanted food for his aged servant Adam. The Duke asks Orlando to go and get the old man Adam for dinner. After Orlando leaves, Jack states the famous philosophy of life in Act 2, Scene 7. All the world is a stage, and all the men and women are merely players. This is true, and he also explains the cycle of man's life into 7 ages: an infant, a school-going boy, lover, soldier, a judge, an old man, at last, again the second childishness. Orlando returns with Adam and welcomed by the Duke Senior. All people eat and rejoice with Amiens' song. The Duke is extremely happy to know that Orlando is the son of his dear friend Sir Roland D. Boyce. And now let me point out some of the highlights of this session. Rosalind and Celia meet two shepherds, Corin and Sylvius, and they find Corin's help in finding food and shelter as they part the sheep and farm of Corin's master. And pastoral songs glorify the country life here. Amiens used to sing for Jacques. And we also get to know about Sylvius' love for Phoebe, which he rejects. And in the midst of adversities, Rosalind's confidence in the Forest of Arden is evident in her action. The message of cheerfulness in adversity is also seen here again. Ganymede purchases the sheepstead. Noble and tender nature of Orlando when he took Adams in his arms to find him shade and food. He cheered up Adam and helped him. Jacques' famous philosophy of life and life's 7 ages or 7 stages after Orlando unites with the Duke Senior is also seen here. These are some of the important highlights of this session. Thank you so much.